I get eager staring at the price tag on that shiny new pool robot and wondering if it's just another gadget that will sit in the garage while you keep scooping leaves by hand. A couple of weeks ago, a buddy of mine was in the exact same spot. He had an above-ground pool that's about 1,800 square feet, and every weekend he'd spend an hour or more wrestling a hose and a net. He asked me to help him figure out if going cordless was worth the splurge, so I dug into the options, read the specs, and even watched a few unboxing videos to see how they actually work. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The biggest hesitation most people have with robotic cleaners is the fear of a dead battery in the middle of a cleaning cycle. That's a legit concern because unlike a corded unit, you can't just plug it back in and keep going. The Sq.ft cordless pool cleaner promises up to 150,180 minutes of run time, which on paper covers a decent chunk of a typical above-ground pool. The question is whether that runtime holds up when you factor in the startup surge, the extra power needed for wall cleaning, and the inevitable slowdown as the battery ages. What I liked about this model is the way it tackles the mobility problem that trips up a lot of cheaper robots. Those little wheels can get stuck on the pool ladder or on the plastic steps that many above-ground pools have. This one uses caterpillar treads, kind of like a mini tank, which means it can climb over the ladder rail and stay attached to the walls without slipping. I saw a video where the unit was set to wall-only mode and it actually clung to the vertical surface, scrubbing algae that had built up near the waterline, something a typical wheeled robot would have missed. If you've ever watched your pool get a thin ring of grime at the edge, that's a real practical benefit. The 4 cleaning modes Auto, Eco, Floor Only, and Wall Only give you a bit of flexibility. Auto is the default. The robot roams and decides where to go based on debris density. Eco cuts the power draw down by about a third, extending the battery life to the upper end of that 180-minute window, which is handy if you just need a quick surface sweep after a light rain. Floor Only is perfect for those weeks when the water is clear and you only want to collect leaves floating on top. Wall Only, as I mentioned, is a lifesaver for stubborn algae or mineral buildup on the sides. In real use, you'd probably set it to auto most of the time, then switch to eco when you're short on time, and only pull out the wall mode when you notice a streak on the liner. Now, let's talk about the actual cleaning performance. The robot's internal pump pushes water through a filter cartridge that captures sand, hair, and tiny particles. In the videos I watched, it cleared a pool that had been left unattended for a week in under 2 hours, leaving the water clear enough that you could see the bottom without a snorkel. That's a solid result for a cordless unit. Most of the competition I've seen either miss the corners or leave a fine film on the surface because they can't maintain suction without a constant power source. But there are trade-offs. The first is weight. Even though it's marketed as compact, the battery and the treads add up to about 12 pounds. It's not something you want to lift out of the pool every day. You'll likely set it on the deck and let it run until the battery warns you, then dock it on the charging base. The docking station itself is a separate piece you need to store somewhere dry, and the unit needs a flat surface to sit on while it charges. If your pool deck is cluttered or you live in a small balcony apartment, finding that spot could be a hassle. Battery life also degrades over time, just like any lithium-ion pack. The manufacturer claims 150,180 minutes on a full charge, but that's under ideal conditions. If you regularly use the wall-only mode, the motor works harder and the runtime drops to around 120 minutes. That means for a pool close to the maximum 2,152 square feet, you might need to run the cleaner twice in a single session to cover the whole surface. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's something to keep in mind if you're hoping for a set-and-forget solution. Another practical point is water chemistry. The robot's filter cartridge needs to be emptied and rinsed after each use. That's straightforward, but if you have very hard water, you'll find mineral deposits building up on the filter more quickly. You'll have to replace the cartridge more often than the specs suggest, maybe every few weeks instead of every couple of months. For a casual swimmer who only opens the pool in summer, that's manageable. For a heavy-use situation,